this.
Are you on your period?
No, but I just...
Do you have a boner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I have a boner.
Anyway, this is Samwitch. Hi guys, welcome to Late Night with Cutie. This is a more chill episode than usual because I'm so tired and I'm not having a good day.
And I got here and I was like, thank God you're not having a good day.
You're excited you didn't walk in and I was like, oh my God, hi Sam.
I don't think I could match that freak today.
Yeah.
I love it though.
What?
Just kind of chill vibes.
You love this. We love the Late Night with Cutie.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do a nice little Q&A. Sam is a streamer. She's been streaming for
2020. So like 4 years.
Whoa,
yeah.
4?
I was COVID baby.
Insane.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. I think it was June. So last month that it was 4 years.
How did you meet Brodie?
Oh,
Women talking about their significant other.
I was playing Dark Souls 1 and he came into my chat and he was a total asshole. And then like a bit later, I saw his name on the recommended and I clicked on his stream and I was like, that guy's a asshole. And then it was just like little interactions and then we ran into each other at TwitchCon and I was like...
You met at TwitchCon? You like, just ran into each other?
Yeah, because we had like interacted on Twitch, but then we just like ran into each other at TwitchCon and it wasn't like... He claims I was flirting with him. He claims that he had no idea and was like not into it. And I was like, okay, that's fair. And then we didn't talk for like a while after that.
Oh.
Yeah. I shot my shot and then I remember saying to my friend Bobby, I was like, yeah, I flirted with Brodie and I don't think he was into it. And Bobby was like, okay. And then I didn't talk to him for like a long time after that.
That's so funny.
So
how did you start talking?
I think I replied to one of his DMs or he replied to one of, or not DMs, like Instagram stories or something. I really don't know. I hate that I don't know. It's so like anticlimactic, but it was just like that. And then I think it was just like you
were like, do you want to play Among Us Monday?
No, you want to know what happened? Actually, we DM'd for a bit, just like on and off. Like it was like every like couple weeks or something. And then we were like chit-chatting after a while, and then I said I'm having a party because he lived in Australia. He just moved to the States. But I was like, I'm having a party. You should come. Like, haha. And then he was like, okay. It was my divorce celebration party.
I was there.
Yeah. And so then our first like date kind of was me inviting him to my divorce celebration party.
Can we spill some tea about that party? I don't know if it was ever talked about.
Yeah. I think so.
Sam is having this divorce party in the backyard of...
Do I know this tea?
A friend. You know this tea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's ever been talked about.
Okay.
Sam's having this divorce party. Her closest friends, right?
I think I know what you're going to say. Is it one person that showed up? Yeah. Brodie loves this. He'll be so excited.
So we're all just like hanging out, just having a divorce party for...
It was like, it wasn't like it wasn't like my close friends, but it was like close enough that I kind of knew everybody there, or like there wasn't anybody that wouldn't come up and say hi to me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, and I'm standing there, I'm talking to Sam. I'm about to leave. I turn around, and of all people, your good friend who you've talked to so many times, Dream, shows up.
Dream Roxanne.
Dream.
I saw the hat.
With the mask off.
The mask was off. Yeah, I saw the hat that he wears, and I saw it like across the backyard. And I was like, granted, I never have interacted with him before in my life ever. And somebody was like, Dream's here. And I was like, ha. And then I looked and I was like, huh, interesting.
Isn't that the weirdest crossover you guys have ever heard?
It was very random.
What I want to know is who was on the phone with Dream and be like, dude, I got this lit party, pull up.
I know. I don't want to like throw him that much shade, but I know who invited him.
And then poor Dream shows up and he's like, where's the party at?
Who the f- is this?
Sam's divorce party.
Somebody introduced him to me and was like, hey, this is Sam, this is her party. And he was like, oh.
I remember when Sam was a small streamer who looked up to big streamers in LA, especially Cutie. What's it like being friends with your inspiration?
Isn't that what somebody, if you Samwitch, doesn't it say that in your chat?
Yeah, I think so.
That's crazy. That poor chatter that was trying to be wholesome now is in the coffee pasta. Yeah. Is that a question or you just wanted to say
I just want to know. I want to know how it feels to be friends with me.
Friends with you?
You're so lucky.
Just basking in your...
Sam said something funny to me one time that I didn't know this happened. And you're not the... After you said this to me, other people have said this to me recently. But I didn't know this was a thing where... I don't think you, like, wanted to be my friend. Maybe you did.
I still don't.
Oh. That's ideal. That's ideal for me. Yeah. But apparently, Sam told me one time, she was like, oh yeah, people will ask me like, oh, how do I be friends with Cutie?
This is true, yeah.
And Sam was like, whatever you do, just don't want to be her friend.
I said, yeah, I've had like a couple people like say that they want to be your friend, and I'll be like, the way that you become Cutie's friend is you don't try to be her friend.
Which is true. I don't think you tried to be my friend.
Yeah.
I don't even think you invited me to any of your parties. I think Rad's dad did.
You actually came to 2 of my parties uninvited. That's true. She came to my divorce party and my birthday party uninvited and brought cakes to both.
I think Spooky and Rad's.
Yeah.
Are,
that is true.
Honestly, you just asked me to make a cake. I need a reason. Yeah, I do. I think so.
How's it feel?
Kind of cool.
Sick.
You have one.
Dream guest on my podcast.
Dream guest on my podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Ludwig asked when we were at your like birthday dinner, it was Ray. She was like, how did you guys become friends? And you and I were like, we just like looked at each other. And we were like, I don't know. Like I don't remember. I don't remember the moment of like I
think I was nicer to you at your divorce party than I was at your birthday party.
Probably.
Your birthday party, I dropped off the cake, and I remember thinking, these guys are
You were
freaks.
Squeaks.
I was like, I'm not kidding you. Squeaks and I left in 2 seconds. We thought you were weird as hell.
What I was doing at the moment you showed up was Jarvis had given me a Baby Boss book for my birthday. And everybody was like, read it. And I was like, okay. So you came in while I was doing a reading.
A very dramatic
reading of the Boss Baby novel.
It was some theater kid shit, too.
It was so theater kid.
Because all your friends were in on it. She'd read a page and they'd be like, no!
There was like 30 people and they were just like, and then you and Squeaks were like in the back corner and you were not having it.
I remember. This is so funny. This is funny. Someone was like, like normal. You're at a freaking party. So someone takes out their phone and they're like doing like Instagram, like you reading it, and then they pan to the room. Right. They start panning the room. I ducked behind Squeaks. I said, I wasn't here. Squeaks was like, I don't want to be in it.
That's so good. And I didn't know who Squeaks was at the time. So
you're like,
it was like Cutie and her friend showed up.
Her friend.
I was like, she brought a cake, and the cake was like smashed,
falling apart.
Yeah, she made this like really cool spiral cake that like fell apart in the car. So it showed up and it just looked horrid.
It looked awful.
That is what it was.
But it tasted good.
It was good. There's a video of like they put it on the counter and people just dug into it with a fork. And so there's a video of just like, it looks like a zombie apocalypse. There's just a bunch of people.
It was funny. It was not that I disliked you. I just thought you weren't my vibe.
Am I?
I think so. I think we're fine now. Yeah. But I don't know how we went from that to like actually hanging out.
No, I think it was just we were in the same room a bunch of times and I just didn't try to be her friend.
Yeah. So what are you going to sing at the summer concert this year?
Are you doing a summer concert this year?
Yeah, it's going to be icon themed, so you have to go full-fledged whatever you do. And I know you're a big fan of Michael Jackson, so you could do that. And you actually said, I don't separate the art from the artist.
I got to whip something up. Wait, so it's icon, so it's not love. So last year was love.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be a love song, it can just be
this needs, yeah, but you have to go like full costume. I'm doing Chapel. I dibs, of course, by the way.
Are you going to do the like...
I'm going to open with Taylor, and then I'm going to end with Chapel.
And then are you doing the big...
Yeah,
hair
oh yeah.
With the lipstick?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. What if I do Tribute by Tenacious D? That's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Didn't they break up? I think they broke up. It could be Sabrina Carpenter, but I don't look like her, and I don't sound like her, and I don't know what else
You could
there
do
is.
Tupac and sing all the words.
I was going to say, like... What if I just do the same exact thing I did as the Christmas concert?
No, that's not icon.
Like same song, same everything.
But I found a choreographer that's like down to teach everyone a dance too.
Ooh.
So everyone can learn a dance.
Did you know I did, I was the captain of my high school dance team?
I thought you were because I saw you breaking down the brat dance and you said 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
And then it's like the delayed one. Yeah, I'm not going to claim that I was good, but I will claim that I did that.
So you can dance, is what you're saying.
I have the tools to try.
Why don't you make TikToks?
I'm embarrassed and I'm 29 years old.
Oh.
But it's mostly the first one.
Oh.
I think I just I have a boundary and maybe that's my boundary, but I want to sometimes. I just like to learn them in private.
Really?
Yeah, like I like the apple dance.
Oh my God, then you should do it.
Don't let your tampon fall out like JoJo Siwa did. Yes, that is a crazy
thing. JoJo's tampon fell out?
Well, allegedly. So in the
Dude, that's
Karma
the best
video,
rumor ever. Wait, can I start that? That's a good.
We should make it happen.
Okay, I'm gonna decide to plant that
What
on someone
if
soon. I don't
during
know
the
who,
summer
though.
concert I pretend that my tampon fall out?
Okay.
Okay. Don't chat. You didn't hear that. Pretend you didn't hear that, so it'll look like exciting. So in the Karma music video, there's a part where they're dancing and like something falls out from in between her legs and it looks like a piece of cotton. I don't think it's a tampon, but it like if you don't know what a tampon is, you might think it's a tampon.
Yeah.
So then JoJo Siwa posted a TikTok of her doing the dance and like obviously faked it because she was wearing tights.
Yeah.
So she like pulls it out, but then puts a pretends that a tampon fell out of her
JoJo's so
pants.
funny.
She's, I love to hate her, but also at the same time, I feel like I want her to keep saying the things that she says. Like,
Yeah, I
into
think
K-pop.
it's a car accident we all love watching.
Yeah.
As mean as we are.
I don't know if she said anything like harmful or cancelable yet, has she? She's just said some dumb shit. Like stuff that's just like embarrassing.
I
Has she
think
said
like
some
her
bad
cancelable stuff is she like was like abusive towards like a handicapped kid in a dance class.
That's not good. We don't
Yeah.
like that. Just cringe
So that
shit.
was not ideal.
She just said dumb shit? Yeah.
You should not be abusive to children.
No, probably not.
Oh, and she defended Colleen Ballinger and she defended James
that one.
Charles.
Yes. Okay, that was
She
the one
essentially
that
just
I was
like
thinking
doesn't
of.
have the best friends in her life, I think.
Yeah.
Tell me more about being captain of the dance team.
I did dance team when I was in high school, and
When you first auditioned, did you get it?
Yep, because I went to a really small school and there wasn't enough people to not make the team.
Oh.
I did the same thing with the cheer team
Oh, wait, you made both?
because there wasn't enough kids to not.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I did cheer for like I did it for like basketball season. And it was basically like, okay, so my cheer team, there was like 3 people on the cheer team.
That's crazy.
And it was really funny because it was like we had like a 3-person cheer team and it was always just like funny. And then one year, for some reason, like the cool girls, I think, decided that everyone wanted to try out for the cheer team. And I was like, wow, that sounds kind of fun because like a lot of my friends on dance also did it because it like transferred over. So I was like, that sounds kind of fun. Like I want to try that. So we did it, but nobody knew how to do any cheerleading stuff because we weren't cheerleaders. So it was just a bunch of people standing there with like pom-poms.
Did they have a coach?
We had a coach, but she just was kind of there.
That's so funny.
It went from, there was like 3 girls on the cheer squad to like 20 girls on the cheer squad, back to like 3 girls on the cheer squad because everybody quit because they didn't like it.
That's fair.
And so I did it for basketball season 1 year.
And then you quit.
And then I quit, yeah.
But you stayed on dance.
I stayed on dance, yeah, it was fun. It was a good time. I think that's like one of my favorite memories from high school.
Oh, really?
It was really fun. It was brutal. Like you wake up every day and go to like practice at 5 a.m. before school.
Yeah.
And it's an all year round sport, so you don't really have like a break. Like you have like maybe like a month or 2 that you
Right.
take a break, but it's most of the year. And then every Saturday we would go to competitions, which were like 12-hour long days. Like you get there at like 4 a.m., 12 hours long. You compete all day, and then yeah.
How did you get into YouTube?
Well, I got into Twitch first.
Okay.
So in 2020, I was kind of bored because I was cutting hair, and obviously, like that closed down during COVID.
Honestly, if you dance in high school, the pipeline to cutting hair is
yeah, it's
there.
There's a trajectory.
Yeah.
So I went from dancing
I
to
say that
cutting
because
hair.
I was a cheerleader and I had a lot of jobs after high school, but at one point I had like this existential crisis. And I remember I was like, Dad, I think I want to go to hair school. And he was like, no.
Yeah.
It was the only time my dad's ever like said no to me.
I said this yesterday. I have the right to dog on cosmetologists because I was one. Cosmetologists are some of the most dramatic people in the world. You will never hear more people being, men and women, being as petty and dramatic as you will in a cosmetology school. It is full of people that just love drama. It's insane. But yeah, I did that because I didn't know what to do after I graduated high school. It's
Right.
not, it wasn't like a dream or an ambition. I just was like, I don't want to go to college yet. I don't know what to do. So my parents were like, well, your aunt does hair. You could try that. And I was like, okay. And then I went there and I actually loved it. I loved it.
Yeah, I think it looks like a lot of fun.
I loved it.
As weird as it is, I remember saying to my dad, I was like, it's kind of like baking.
Yes.
Because it's like all these things and you have a different result you have to like
Yeah.
figure out every time.
It's, I feel like baking and hair both are sculpting type crafts.
Yeah, it's a craft.
It's a craft, and then also the product makes people really happy. Mm-hmm. So like, it feels really good to make somebody look good and feel good about themselves.
Do you ever have one where someone did not like what you did?
Not to suck my own dick, but not that often, except when I was in beauty school, this lady came in, she had really long hair, And I cut her hair, and I was like, how do you like it? And she said, I like it. And I said, great. And then I watched her walk out to her car. I watched her get in her car. And then I watched her head go boom on the steering wheel, and her shoulders started doing this.
No.
And so I know she was just sobbing because I had cut off like so much of her hair, and she clearly didn't like it. But other than that, I don't think I've like anybody's hair up before.
Well, also, everybody's a chronic liar when it comes to your hair stylist.
Yeah, well,
they're like, do you like it? You're like, yeah.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's the thing, is it's like 50% of the time they can make it better if you say something. I think as a stylist, the biggest disservice you can do is to not like be specific about what you want, or like don't like bring a picture or something. Like pictures are great.
Yeah.
Because like we get used to doing trends. We know what's trendy. We just get used to stuff. So we can usually do what you want. We just need to know what you want. And when people walk in the door and they say, I just want a regular haircut, I want to shove the scissors in my
you're
eye.
like, what's a regular haircut?
Yeah, it's like, okay, that makes sense. I had a girl come in once with her boyfriend, and her boyfriend sat down, because I did hair, and then I was barbering for like most of the time. So I did like men's hair. And this girl brought her boyfriend in and sat him down, and the boyfriend was like not allowed to speak or something. And she straight up showed me a picture of like an anime character, and she was like, I want it like this. And I was like,
That's awesome.
That's not, I can't do that. That happened a lot, is like the men were not allowed to speak, and their girlfriends would be like, okay, so this is how we're doing it. And I would like ask the guy a question, and the wife or whatever would like speak up from across the room.
So what made you start recording TikTok and streaming and Twitch and YouTube? And
I just always liked video games, and I had a friend. It's kind of a bunch of different things. Like, I started watching Twitch. I started watching Shroud because I did PUBG, and so somebody was like, oh, this guy named Shroud streams on this Twitch thing, and I was like, okay. So I was like a Shroud viewer. He's like do you have like a Infinity Gauntlet, or what did they call it? The Infinity Stones? I want to meet Shroud, but I know he'd so bad.
Oh.
I know it's like...
That's easy.
Because... Anyways,
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I would watch him, and then I remember being like, I think streaming would be fun, and I would say this, I'm not as good as Shroud, and I'm not as hot as Pokimane. And then I was like, I don't think I can stream.
That's so funny. Mine, because I came in as a League viewer. So mine was, I'm not as good as Bjergsen, and I'm not as hot as Pokimane.
Right. So I was like, I'm not going to stream, because like, I'm not that good at games, like, you know. And then I had a friend that would stream, and he had like 15 viewers, and he would like stream Minecraft, and then he would just like chat with them. And I was like, wait, that seems kind of fun, actually. Like just chit-chatting with like a couple people, that seems cool. So then I just like booted up. I didn't even know what OBS was. I streamed on like the AMD like
so confusing
software.
When you first stream. Like when you first Google how to stream, you're like, huh?
This sounds like coping, but like when you get used to it, it is really easy, and you open up OBS and you can just like do the shit. But when you start streaming, especially like in 2020, there wasn't like a lot of information as like well as there is now. And I remember trying to figure out OBS. I was like, I don't understand what sobs is. I don't understand.
No, it takes a while.
Yeah.
It's definitely a learning curve. It's its own language.
Yeah, and OBS is not intuitive. So I streamed on like the AMD graphics card software. I don't even know why that has a streaming service. And I streamed Overwatch. And then so I started streaming Overwatch, and then I just pivoted to like, something just got really quiet, and I was aware of my voice and how it sounds. Do you do that?
The door, the ghost is opening the door into the dark hallway.
The f*** is that? Does that happen?
Spooky.
The door that's like directly in front of us just literally like opened itself.
And it's a pitch black hallway
open.
With only the red emergency exit lights lighting it up.
That was maybe top 10 scariest moments of...
Top 10 scariest moments from Late Night with
see
Cutie.
that?
It sucks because chat didn't see it.
I hate that you guys didn't see that, because it's directly in front of me and it just opened.
We don't have the camera set to that angle, so you guys...
Do you like
can't
scary stuff?
Sure.
We should go... I have a friend that does
Oh,
IRL
I don't like
hunting.
that, though. I don't like...
Would you go IRL like ghost hunting?
One time, we did it on stream. I went IRL ghost hunting with chat. I show up... I thought she was going to do... Ghost hunting can be two things. Number one, it can be like the doohickeys and the ghosties, talk to me. Number 2, it can just be the like ghost stories, and they go and they tell you the history. So that's what I thought we were signing up for. We show up to this ghost hunting thing, and I'm there with Myth, Niachu, Emma, JHB. It was JHB. I brought him with me.
Nice.
It was nice. I brought him. And we show up, and she has all these tools laid out, and I'm like, fuck, because I don't want to mess with the tools. I'm not here to bring someone home with me, you know? But instantly, it spells out Myth's name.
Oh.
And she didn't know Myth's name, because my assistant booked it under my assistant's name, never mentioned QTCinderella, never mentioned any of this. Just said, hey, are we allowed to, vlog? We usually say vlog, because it's the easiest way. She's like, yeah, of course. Couldn't look any of us up. We didn't fill out forms until we got there. But then the ghost spells out Myth's name on the audio thing, the audio thing where it just says letters, and we're like, oh, that's cool, weird. And I was like, I don't want to touch any of that stuff. And then she turns on the voice box where it flips, and it starts being racist.
No.
Yeah, but to Jewish people.
That's crazy.
Very racist. And then what's crazy is she started she was like, oh, she closed her eyes and she goes, the ghost is here for you, and points at Nikki, and Nikki's German, and it's this and so Nikki's like, I don't know, man.
Oh, I just got the chills.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, so it was this whole weird. It was a weird stream.
We did with my friend Datoon. He does he does this IRL. It's super cool. He does IRL ghost hunting stuff, and I went on that stream, and he does this thing where he will blindfold one person and then put noise canceling headphones on that will play the radio kind of, and so
that's the voice box.
Where it says the radio. And we were doing that, and my friend Chrissy was under, and we were listening to her, and she was saying the words that she was hearing, and she said, turn the camera off. And at that moment, the battery in the IRL camera died. And Jordan was like, that's weird. So he had to go into the other room and to try to, but the battery, he's like, I charge these they're crazy batteries. They shouldn't die. And it just wasn't working. So we had to get a new battery and stuff. And then
I'm going to start blaming ghosts for my tech issues.
Yeah, it was and then literally me and Chrissy and Billy were we're done. We were we're done. So we ended the stream because it was so scary. We were
really?
We were nah, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, I don't want to with that shit.
Yeah, it was so scary.
Yeah, I don't. So no, I would never do a ghost.
So I want to do another one.
The one,
so good.
The one with the lady. I mean, I can give you the lady we went with. She was fine. She was funny, and it got a little kooky after the racist ghost, where it just got weird. Where she was like, "There was a kid murdered here. Come get in a circle and let's release their spirit." And we're like, "How convenient! We stumbled across the murdered child."
Yeah,
what?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes that's what Jordan was saying. Jordan will bring his own stuff, and because he says this sometimes when he does them. Things will happen, and he thinks that the people who are running the shows will maybe try to maybe they'll have a jammer or something that tries, and so he'll do everything he can to try to prevent that because he doesn't want it to be phony or anything. So, but yeah, it was scary. We keep diverting.
So you were playing Overwatch
I was playing Overwatch by myself. And then I just kind of started, I mean, after that, there's not really anything interesting. I just started streaming other games and then posting on TikTok and stuff. I just went full send with it.
What was your big break, you think, that got you from, because that's the thing.
You know what's funny is I haven't had one. It's been this, which is
it was
maybe,
you're welcome.
Because, I mean, let's be honest. I posted on TikTok, so I went from I think I was sitting at 20,
no, I do think
20, 30
you haven't
videos.
had your jinxie blow up yet. You can watch it. You can check your numbers, and you have had a steady.
Fingers
but it's coming.
crossed.
It's coming.
I started posting on TikTok, so I went from 20-ish viewers to 150, I think. And then after that, TikTok didn't really do much because I didn't post on it consistently. I do post, but I don't know, I just didn't full send with it. But everything after that, after the 150 mark, has been I think it's just been collabs, to be honest with you.
What is your worst stream moment that you can think of?
Worst stream moment?
Yeah, I have many.
I luckily don't have a definitive actual bad moment. It's hee hee ha ha bad.
Yeah.
But actual bad, I don't know. I can't think
You
of anything
haven't
off the top of
done
my head.
anything that people have gotten like mad
Well,
at you
that's
for
the
yet,
thing is
have
I
you?
don't have enough clout for people to actually cancel me or want to cancel me or
Yeah, but even I,
anything
at
like
your
that.
size, had made mistakes that people were mad about.
I think
I
one
think
of the
you've done
best
a good
things I
job.
did is maybe started streaming like later in my life.
Yeah.
I was trying to think. This is not on my channel, but this is a funny story. One time I meant to DM Brodie a really spicy message and I accidentally sent it in his Twitch chat.
What did it say?
I'm not gonna tell you.
You have to. His chat knows. What are you talking about?
No, they don't. It was a while. It was long enough ago that like now I tell the story.
Well, now his mods can just do /user and
He
find
doesn't
it.
have mods. He doesn't.
You have to tell us.
I actually don't remember what it was. It was like
Brodie!
he's gone.
Brodie, it's time.
It had to do with like
Brodie.
Hey, I left something in your DMs.
Hey, left something in your DMs. It's spicy.
And then I remember, here's what happened. I was on my phone, and the reason why I accidentally sent it is because I was tired. So I was like,
I'm playing Balloon. She sent a lewd. No, what did she say in chat, though,
It was
Brodie?
me telling him that I had sent a lewd.
But you meant to text it to him.
Yeah, so thankfully I couldn't send it in Twitch chat. But I was falling asleep, and I remember pressing send, and then I saw, because my username is like a chartreuse color, and I remember seeing my username color.
You were like,
and I woke up. I remember I like woke up. I saw what I had done. I force closed Twitch. I tossed my phone, or I sent him messages. I was like, oh my God, I just sent that. And then I tossed my phone. And then I did what I've never been able to do again. I forced shut down my body. So I forced
you dissociated?
I forced myself to fall asleep within like 10 minutes.
That's awesome.
Like I literally was like so mortified. I just was like, no. And I just shut down.
That's
fell asleep.
awesome.
It was crazy. And then I never went back to watch the VOD to see what his
I do
reaction
love
was.
when something so wild happens on your phone, so you just throw it. And you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times where or if I get like mad, if I get mad at Brodie, I'll just throw my phone
Do you?
across the room. No, not really.
Who was the rudest streamer you ever met? You want a spicy question?
I'd have to think about it. Hold on.
She's thinking.
I have to think about it and then decide if I come to an answer if I want to say it.
You said you would answer anything. You're like, oh,
I
answer
know.
anything. I'm spicy.
You know what's nice is I actually don't know if I've met anybody that's been like there's not a name that's coming to mind, which is nice. And most people that like I thought maybe weren't that nice just I think were like standoffish. I think I'm probably like that.
Germa for real. Cinna.
Senna's a bitch.
Cinna. I fucking hate her.
No, I don't think that I genuinely don't think anybody's just been a dickhead. I really don't. Some people have been a little bit like, I get Humegalold sometimes, but that's understandable. I get that.
I like this question as a wrap-up question. I think this is fun. If your life was divided into chapters, what would your current chapter be titled?
Be titled?
Yeah.
I don't know about the title. I think that this chapter has been the like most fun and also like worst. I've had like the highest highs and like the lowest lows
Right.
like ever in my entire life.
How to make a cucumber hat.
How to make a
is a good chapter.
I want to do that. You saw the book that I have,
Just
right?
do it.
I want to. I think I'm gonna. I'll stream making a cucumber
Just
hat.
do it.
Yeah, I'm already putting question marks.
She said highest highs, you asshole.
Yeah, you fuckface.
She also had cancer. Did you forget?
I don't know. I think that this is like it almost feels like an interlude kind of, but like because I moved to LA and then now I'm just having a bunch of like stuff happen.
So you're saying it's like filler chapters?
No, but it's not though. That's the same thing. I don't know. Like stream wise, it's probably been
You're getting
the
comfortable
best.
stream wise.
Yeah, and it's been like the best for me. Like I mean, you know, like it's been like I have.
You've been consistent.
I've been consistent. Like my numbers are like
Oki's being
higher
Oki.
than they've ever been, which is nice. But so I think that I feel good. I feel good right now. Like I feel good. I feel like things are like moving in the right direction. I'm like really self-critical, so I constantly think that I'm not doing enough. But I don't think that's going to change ever.
Yeah.
But I do feel like things are like moving in the wrong.
In the wrong direction?
In the right direction. Right. Yeah.
Sam.
Pickles.
Shout out your channel.
Twitch.tv/Samwitch. There it is.